What's up, guys? Engineering Aquariums, episode number 18, coming at you with how to program and replace Jebao pump heads and how to program the pump itself. We're going to be doing this for my newer unit because one of the heads was dead when I got it. The replacement didn't work either. So with these heads, it is, let's see here. You can see these tabs on the top and the sides. You can see them right there. And so what you do is the sides are actually not that important, but the top and then there's one on the bottom. If you squeeze those in and just pull, oh jeez, oh. Sometimes pliers helps. Jeez, this one does not like me. There we go. Yeah, so you just get two of them pretty well. Squeeze it in, pull it out, and then you can change the head out. I guess we can also go over how to calibrate them because I'll need to do that for this. So step one with calibration is having something to calibrate with. So we're actually just going to use this water, which actually has a couple pods in it right now, but it really, oh, I cannot even get the tube in there. That's okay. I got a gallon jug of ROTI water. Whatever you calibrate with, you want to make sure that it's aquarium safe, just in case some of it doesn't flush out of the tube. I think that's the right one. Yeah, that is. Okay. Next, what you need is a 100 milliliter graduated cylinder, or similarly, if you have a 10 milliliter syringe, a lot of patience, some good handwork, and a strong bottle, you can make yourself a marked off 100 milliliter. Using the 10 milliliter syringe, just be very careful every time, because you don't want to accidentally mess up. So first of all, we're gonna manual mode, which you press enter. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me fix that for a second. So you guys may not be able to see that, but I'll go over the steps. So right now it's just on the main screen where you can see the date and time. What you're going to want to do is press, let's see, it's right for manual mode. If you're back at that main screen, I just pressed escape. I think left does it as well. Yeah, left does it as well. So you go to manual mode, you go over to which pump you want. It shows 8 pumps. That's because with a, what is it called? An Ethernet cable, you can slave and master these pumps. Which is kind of cool. One careful thing there, I don't know if you guys saw it, this huge air bubble formed, so I forgot to always hold them straight up. This will solve itself somehow. There we go. So all the air bubbles are out of the first part, they're working their way down to, and I'm just putting it into the sump right now. It's just RODI water. So I'm doing this to purge all air bubbles and make sure that the tube is functional, how it's gonna be when it works, so that you can accurately calibrate it. So by pressing escape, we go back to the main menu. Pressing down or up, it says correct pump. So you go over to which pump you want to calibrate. You get that situated in there. I just set it off to the side. And then you press enter and then up. So when these first come, they come pretty close to calibrated, but you always want to make sure. And then on top of that, if you change out any of the heads, it's going to be not even close. So you just wait for this to fill up. I'm just setting it off on a level surface off to the side here. I'll show you guys that. So I'm just setting it there, letting this thing fill up. And then when it does fill up properly, I do believe that you press enter. It may be down though, so we'll find out. I'll just press all the buttons. And because this is 100 milliliters and it counts up to, it's probably gonna hit like 200 or something. If you're off by 1 or 2, you're off by 1%. Every 2 that you're off is 1%, approximately. 1% error. So if you're intending to dose 100 milliliters, you'll dose 100 plus or minus 1. If you're intending to dose 50, you'll dose 50 plus or minus 0.5. So it's getting close. Okay, so you press up apparently. Did I overfill that? Yeah, so I overfilled it a little bit. I'm probably gonna redo it off camera because the water level is slightly high. I don't know if you guys can see that. So the water level is slightly high. Again, I was off by probably 5 or 6, so that's probably like 3%. So not the biggest deal, but whatever. And then we'll go into programming. So I'm gonna be programming just one of these for you guys. Oh, it doesn't want to do this. I got a new tripod, so I'm working on trying to figure out how this thing works best. There we go. So if we go escape, so we're at the main screen now. If you press enter, it says set date time, or you can go down to program. The setting date and time is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to do. So if we go here to pump 3, wait, let me go to manual mode and see which one that one is. I do believe that is, yeah, so that's water into my phytoplankton setup. So I actually need to add some water to that, but I'll do that more later. So we go enter, set program, pump 3. What the heck? My left button doesn't work very well on this one. Pump 3 for, let's see, times per day. We just need this to do it once per day. So you can do up to 24 times. Interval, so I'm gonna do it once every 2 days. And it's gonna do 100 milliliters. Why? Oh yeah, my left button doesn't work very well. So it's gonna do 100 milliliters. So it's gonna put water into my phyto setup. And then pump 4 is gonna do once per day, every other day. So you just press left if it works. There you go. So by this one, you push left and right to go across. You don't have to press up 100 times, and you just press up 100. But I'm gonna have this dose out 110 milliliters of phytoplankton. just in case that error is there. I don't want it to build up over time and have the have that overfill in my tank, or in the back of my stand. I don't want my phytoplankton jug to overfill. So instead I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'll just refill it extra with the manual mode. So as it goes set, and then you can always just go back and make sure that you did it right. So pump 4 is once a day, every other day. Once a day, every other day. I forgot the 100 milliliters, see? 100 milliliters. Once a day, every other day, 100 milliliters. Oh, set dosing time, for sure. I forgot to set dosing time on both of these. Yeah, so it should dose, let's see. I have this set at a really weird time because I was filling these up and I didn't want to hold down manual mode because that's like a liter of water. So let me set these both to 0, 0. So at midnight they'll both kick on. Awesome. Well, that is the Jebao programming. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are doing with your Jebao pumps. I did take out my copepod setup. I'm just using the phytoplankton now. That's just personal. I think I'm going to be getting a lot more chaetomorpha, so I'll be able to just pour the copepods in there. I think they'll survive better. I honestly don't know how well they're doing over here. I just unplugged the air and their food. That's why it's still slightly green, as their phytoplankton food was in there. So everyone, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Yeah, let me know what you guys do with your stuff. Like I said, keep doing what you guys do. Remember, engineer your aquarium for you. After all, that's why we got into this hobby. Peace.